So today we're going to just be talking about social media brainstorming. If you're creating content, whether you're a pro at it or you're new at it or whatever, I'm just sharing the things that I already know work for me. These things might not work for you, and it's important that you understand that. Anyone and their mother could give you advice on how to start a channel on YouTube or how to start a, Twitch channel or YouTube live channel, whatever. But it's really up to how you're applying the things that you're being taught. So we're just going to cover pretty much all of those things, and I'll try to answer questions as I go along, but because I'm recording this for YouTube, I really want to try to keep questions until the end. So moving on, we're going to cover a few different things today: social media marketing overview, planning ahead, brainstorming some social media challenges or ideas that we can, do together. And then we're going to cover it and finish it and conclude it with summary and action ideas. I'll also show you some examples of my own content so you can get a better understanding of this. So first, you want to think about the goals. What goals are you trying to reach when you're starting out? Now, this may not be applying to you. You might be someone who's already been creating content for some time now, and you're just looking for that next, step, that next thing that's going to push your content forward. Because if we're all just doing this, whether it's for fun or the money, the common goal is that we all want to grow. So maybe, you're trying new things with your channel and these things are getting stale and you're just looking for ways to diversify, and that's awesome, and I'm here to help you do that. As you all know, throughout the years of me streaming, my content's changed a lot, but one thing that's never changed is me as a person and as a creator. I try to maintain that familiarity, and it's important that you do that because as you grow, your community is going to come to know you for something. You're known for this one thing or multiple things that you do that is different from other people. So what are some goals that you have for your content? You need to think about what is the end goal, or what is the continuous goal? What are you trying to reach? For me, I'm trying to reach my 4K on Twitch by next year and trying to reach 1K on all of my social platforms, which I'm almost there as far as YouTube. I mean, we got ways to go. We're going to be hitting 400 pretty soon, which congratulations to me. Woo. We're about 600 followers away from 1,000 on there, but we're 1,000 everywhere else, which is amazing, right? So that's your first, you want to just set a general goal that you can spread across all platforms. And we'll talk about multi-platform marketing later on. How can we break these goals down into more doable tasks and take steps towards success? So you want to think about how can you make these gigantic goals you're setting for yourself into something that you can actually do. How many of us make an unending or never ending to-do list that we just don't get to because we're doing other things, right? So you want to break them down into bite-sized pieces that you can do. So what I've done, a more passive way to approach, because I know people who are like, I'm just going to do Instagram and Twitch because that's all I can manage right now. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to do those two things, commit to it. Right? Because don't let more than one social media platform threaten you or scare you or make you feel like you can't do it, intimidate you. Because really, it's all the same shit. It's just a different platform. So you have to switch it up yourself. You have to think about, what can I do to make this fit a one size fit all, And for me, an idea that I have is post on every platform once a day. If that's too much for you, maybe once a week. And what I like to tell people is you can literally recycle content. And we'll get into that a little later on. The next thing is, what actions should we take to support these goals? So let's say you've now made the goal, you've broken them down to a simple to-do list. It's time for action. How are we going to turn this list of things and ideas into actual actions? So think about, okay, I want to make 3 YouTube videos this week, but I want to promote them as much as possible. So your goal is 3 YouTube videos. The things that you're breaking down on the to-do list that are easily doable is, I'm going to promote them on my socials, and I'm going to make all 3 of them different. So that's your list of, requirements or whatever. So the actions you'll take is, I'm going to promote this video, these 3 videos, each of them on each of these platforms: Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, right? And you can use a clip from one thing and use it on all 3 of your platforms, and then you just knocked out everything on your list. You've created the videos, you've edited them, you've posted it on these different platforms, and then what you want to do is get consistent. So maybe that's something, the 3 videos thing, make that something special, make that towards the beginning or end of the month, so people can start to get used to or know when to expect something new from you, or by their surprise get blessed with something new and exciting. This creates diversity in your content. So planning ahead and brainstorming. What is the problem to make daily content? So think about what is causing you or what is stopping you from creating content on the daily or the weekly or monthly or yearly. What is that problem? You need to identify where your weakness is and work on that. Capitalize on that. Why does the problem occur? So you know what the problem is. Now you got to think about why. What is causing the problem and how can you fix that? Which brings me to the next one. How did the problem, or how, I'm sorry, worded that bad. How can the problem be solved? So let's say the problem is you have work, right? We all work. So let's say I work on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and weekends. So I only get Tuesdays and Thursdays off. Well, your Tuesdays and Thursdays can be broken down into video and audio. So maybe you can do your video uploads on Tuesday, and then on Thursday you can have a podcast episode. Now, maybe you don't have any of those extra things and you're just focusing on video or going live. You can really put this whole format of or way of thinking into anything you're doing, really. It doesn't have to be videos. It could literally just be you trying to get more organized about your streams. When I first started out, I kind of streamed whenever I felt like it, and it was very unorganized and there wasn't really any kind of format or outline to it. But as you grow, you learn to create that. So for me, most people know to expect 1 or 2 or maybe 3 art streams a week if I'm off for 3 days. If I'm not off for 3 days, that limits me to maybe 2 streams, and they know those 2 streams are going to be primarily gaming. Whereas other times, it could be the complete opposite. We might have a very chill stream where we do art and tarot and we just kind of talk for most of the stream and play very little on those days. Either way, we have some kind of agenda or format to the way we do things around here. And new people have told me and mods time and time again that they really enjoy coming in and feeling like they're a part of what's going on. And that's what you want to do. You want to create a source of familiarity for your people so they feel comfortable to participate. So planning ahead can help you fix that problem. And you can overcome a lot of the obstacles that come with content creation when you know what you're doing and when you're doing it. And not only that, but letting your mods know that as well. So you want to keep that in mind. Okay? Social media challenges. So these are some ideas for you just to kind of try to keep you consistent. Come up with as many solutions to the idea as possible and let's discuss. So maybe you have a community that you run or Discord with your friends and you're like, look, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to accomplish. You know, give me some feedback as to how I can do that. Keep yourself open to feedback from people as much as possible so you can gain different, points of views on how you want to approach certain things. Hey, Brenna, how's it going? We're just doing a quick, walkthrough of some ideas I wanted to share with all of my streamer and creator friends. This video will be posted on YouTube sometime later this week, so be sure to check it out and show it some love, like and comment and share, as well as subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/c/alliebug. So here's some challenges to try. Post 2 times a week, post 2 times a day for a week on 2 social platforms. So this is really cut and dry, simple. It's like to the point. You can use something like Twitter and Instagram, right? Instagram has 2 different ways, actually 3 different ways. Well, technically 4 different ways you can promote something. You can go live, you can create a reel, you can post it, and you can post it on your story. So on one platform, do the math, one platform has 4 different features for you to promote something. So you can make a video and you can promote it on Instagram 4 different ways, 4 different times. You do not have to do it all at once. If you ever feel like, oh, I'm just not active enough, this is a great way to do that. You can post the initial post on a Monday. On a Tuesday, maybe post on your story. On a Wednesday, maybe go live for a few minutes and talk about it. You know, on Thursday, you can make a reel about it. And there's 4 days. Remember, the challenge was only 2 times, but you've done it 4 times on one platform. So maybe on the next platform, you pretty much taken all the work out of it and you can just post it 1 time. You see what I'm getting at here? It is honestly less work when a platform offers multiple features that you can utilize to your benefit, your business, your brand, to get it out there. And the next one is create more engagement by adding things like polls or common interests. You ever know that one friend that like brings up random controversial comments or like tries to get the room going in a debate about something like pineapples on pizza? Something like that that's super trivial and superficial, like no one really thinks English. You know, give me some feedback as to how I can do that. Keep yourself open to feedback from people as much as possible so you can gain different, points of views on how you want to approach certain things. Hey Brenna, how's it going? We're just doing a quick walkthrough of some ideas I wanted to share with all of my streamer and creator friends. This video will be posted on YouTube sometime later this week, so be sure to check it out and show it some love, like and comment and share, as well as subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/c/alliebug. So here's some challenges to try. Post 2 times a week, post 2 times a day for a week on 2 social platforms. So this is really cut and dry, simple. It's like to the point. You can use something like Twitter and Instagram, right? Instagram has 2 different ways, actually 3 different ways. Well, technically 4 different ways you can promote something. You can go live, you can create a reel, you can post it, and you can post it on your story. So on one platform, do the math, one platform has 4 different features for you to promote something. So you can make a video and you can promote it on Instagram 4 different ways, 4 different times. You do not have to do it all at once. If you ever feel like, oh, I'm just not active enough, this is a great way to do that. You can post the initial post on a Monday. On a Tuesday, maybe post on your story. On a Wednesday, maybe go live for a few minutes and talk about it. On Thursday, you can make a reel about it. And there's 4 days. Remember, the challenge was only 2 times, but you've done it 4 times on one platform. So maybe on the next platform, you pretty much taken all the work out of it and you can just post it 1 time. You see what I'm getting at here? It is honestly less work when a platform offers multiple features that you can utilize to your benefit, your business, your brand, to get it out there. And the next one is create more engagement by adding things like polls or common interests. You ever know that one friend that like brings up random controversial comments or like tries to get the room going in a debate about something like pineapples on pizza? Something like that that's super trivial and superficial, like no one really thinks about it. But then like when it gets brought up, everybody's involved. Yes, like very much do that. It works. It sounds very stupid and cliche, but it works. It gets everybody talking, and that's what you want. Polls are another great way to do this, because with polls, you can really get honest feedback that honestly a lot of the times is anonymous. So people like polls because they can participate without really getting dragged for their opinion, So we like that. And y'all know in my community, we love polls. We vote for movie nights. We vote on Twitter for what I should paint. We vote on my makeup looks. We vote on cosplays. We vote on literally everything, okay? Democracy, not a monarchy. Let's go. Next one is get inspired by trends and shared experiences with your support system. So sharing challenges that we see on TikTok or on YouTube, Instagram, etc., Twitter, and we're sharing it with each other, trying to, maybe who can do it better or make it a contest or just do it to boost everybody's self-esteem. A while ago, we did a thing where we did a 30-day selfie challenge, and not everybody participated, but some people did. And for those who did, it really made them feel good. I saw a lot of people in our community start to feel really proud of the way they look and own their beauty and feel very confident, and stuff like that does not seem important to you, but it is important to other people, and it's just important to do that in general as a community. It brings everybody closer together, and again, wants to make people, they want to participate, willingly. So we want that. Set weekly, monthly, yearly goals for you and your content and stick with it. Monitor it. Okay, have people help you stay accountable. I see a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of streamers will pin on the top of their profiles what their goals are for, numbers. And that's cool and all. Sometimes that can really rub people the wrong way. I used to do that when I first started and I stopped because it could really just rub people the wrong way. You don't want people to think you're all about numbers. It is good to do that, but just constantly every day, like pinning it to the top of your profile, you could literally use that for promotional purposes. I really don't think it's worth putting it out there over and over again for people to see. That's a little too much, I feel like. So just set goals for yourself and just like casually share them with people. But again, don't plaster that shit everywhere. Nobody wants to see that. It is like, it's cheesy. Nobody likes that shit. Like, honestly, if you want my advice, get a media kit. Media kits, you can follow them on Twitter. You log in with all your social profiles and they actually do all the hard work for you. Their AI pulls all your numbers and all your platforms, and literally you at a glance have all your analytics in one place, and it is so clean. It's beautiful. There's nothing braggy about it. It's just cut and dry information, kind of like when you present a graph or cite a source or something. It's just a visual. So I love it because it's a nice way to share where you're at, where you want to go, because you can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been, right? So moving on, get your friends involved. Create a 30-day challenge that everyone can join in on. So I touched on this earlier with the selfie challenge. This could be literally anything. It could be something funny or inspiring, whatever it is. Get people involved because it does create waves for everyone and just a positive overall experience. A while ago, I was trying to do like my own paladins contest, but it didn't work out. Not a lot of people participated. I think people were just afraid that it was going to be too sweaty, and I was actually trying to make it fun, but people didn't unfortunately participate, and that's okay. All that does is just teach me what other things I could try to do. So don't be afraid to fail. Okay, not everything's gonna work, but just try it. It could be a contest about anything. I'm trying to get all the people involved in my community to do a Discord contest, a Discord talent show, and just be silly. Nothing serious. So again, all of these things are great ways to improve your community, bring everybody together, and just overall make, you feel like you're a part of something that's bigger than just yourself. Next, notes for the team. So notes for you guys to take away from this presentation today. Think about what exactly you're trying to accomplish and why. Write it down. I have a notebook that sits right on top of my computer, and it's not just a how I feel diary or notebook. It's also a journal about the things I want to accomplish for the week, mentally, physically, financially, okay, emotionally, content-wise. Start to monitor all of these things, because all of these things contribute to the ultimate goal of growth. Because when you're growing professionally, you should be growing personally, right? What resources, tools, and supplies do we need, right? So what supplies do we need? This is kind of more directly about, if you're going to offer giveaways and stuff, be prepared for the large amount of people that might participate. There have been times where, you just got to be ready to take the hard-hitting moments with the good ones. Another one is, how can we share ideas, collaborate, and get inspired? So make constantly changing, right? So we want to make sure we're staying up to date with all of that. Summary and action ideas. So summary, to be successful in your plans, you have to take accountability and plan out your strat and assess your weaknesses while working to build upon them. Your action ideas should be what is developed shortly after planning, so trial and error stage. A basic understanding of what needs to happen where, so that you can achieve goals you are setting. And that is literally all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. I went through it pretty quickly. I'm looking at this. It says it's a 20-minute video, so that'll be exciting to edit. But I really do hope you were able to have any other questions. I'd be happy to answer them in my own private time. And if you did enjoy this presentation, be sure to comment underneath if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're here live while we're doing this, let me know if there's other things you'd like me to cover and when I should do this again. Thank you guys so much.